Boxing Truth here, back with another video. Let's talk about Errol Spence, man. His fight with Danny Garcia is less than, a few weeks away. And, this fight's a lot more interesting than it should be, Simply because I haven't seen not one damn video of Errol Spence in the gym. Maybe a clip like a long ass time ago when Errol was fat and trying to get back in shape. But I haven't seen not one clip of him in the gym training for this fight. No stories of sparring, except news that he didn't spar until August of this year since the accident. He doesn't look right physically since that accident. Doesn't look the same. I mean, just do the comparison. Look at his post-fight call-out of Sean Porter before they fought, and compare it to his last appearance that we seen him at the Fury Wilder rematch. Very big difference. Slurred speech, didn't look right physically, teeth fucked up, hasn't sparred since August, hasn't been in the ring in about pretty much going to be a year to the day when he steps in there with Danny Garcia. And there's no footage. We don't know what's going on. Just seems like a recipe for a huge upset coming later this month. I mean, Danny has a hell of a shot. Because we don't know what the hell Errol Spence is. I mean, we don't know what he got left. We don't know if he's going to be a shell of himself. If the accident pretty much just derailed his potential. And who knows if he wasn't even that great. Couldn't even knock out a lightweight. So how great is he going to be now coming off that horrific accident? But I do agree with him about one thing. And that's fuck Keith Thurman. I can't blame him for saying that, man. Can't blame him for telling Thurman to go kick rocks. He's not interested. For the constant ducking that Thurman did to him. I mean, Thurman wanted no parts of him. It's a damn shame, the way Thurman was strategic in the opponents he wanted to fight. Took the Pacquiao fight because he thought Pacquiao was too old, too small, wasn't a threat in the welterweight division. And he quickly found out in the first round that wasn't true. And now Thurman is beltless, lost both of his straps, let an old man take his strap, and now he's actually begging for a fight with he's begging for a rematch with Pacquiao that he's not going to get. He's begging for an Errol Spence Jr. fight, saying that he got to come see him. But Errol is the top dog now. He's got the straps. He's got 2 straps. And he's going into the ring with Danny Garcia with a year layoff, coming off an accident, hasn't sparred didn't spar for 9 months. Good luck to him. We'll see how he performs in that Danny Garcia fight. It's going to give us a lot of answers. I mean, people were saying he was a vegetable, that he was done, that his career was over. And this is from, people that are inside in boxing. Sure, they've been wrong before. But that was the word, that this dude was done. This dude was never going to fight again. And now just a year later of coming off that accident, he's going in there with a world-class fighter. Maybe not a elite welterweight, but a world-class fighter nonetheless in Danny Garcia, who is still has some left in the tank. 32 years old, but still has some left in the tank. Hasn't been in too many wars. Not really. He's been in a couple of tough fights. But I agree with Errol Spence, man. Fuck Keith Thurman. He's got his own plan, and that is Danny Garcia. If he gets past that, he's gonna fight Manny Pacquiao if that's possible. I'm not sure if Pacquiao is showing the same interest. He's trying to fight. He's trying to get a Conor McGregor payday. McGregor is looking at another direction, perhaps Dustin Poirier. So that leaves Manny and assed out looking for lucrative opponent. Perhaps Manny is done with fighting elite fighters. Perhaps he's gonna take the Floyd route and just be in some money fights. Maybe Thurman that was going to be his last elite fight. He's still got Crawford there waiting in the wings, and then he's going to move up. But it's going to be interesting, man. We're going to see what Errol's got left. If he's a shell of himself, if this is going to be a disaster, possibly gets upset and knocked out. And we will never know how really good he was. But maybe we had an idea. If he couldn't knock out a lightweight, if he couldn't make a statement against Shawn Porter, how really good was he? How great is he? I guess we'll never know. Because I highly doubt that Errol Spence is the same before he fought Shawn Porter compared to now. And he doesn't have to fight Keith Thurman. The ship has sailed when it comes to that fight. The fight's gone. They should have fought when they were both champions. But Thurman was constantly ducking. Wanted no smoke. Wanted no parts. And I look at Thurman now. Thurman just needs to, get back in the ring. Stop begging for a rematch he's not going to get. Get back in the win column. Stop bitching about injuries. And see if he can, get a credible win under his belt. Yordenis Ugas is a step in the right direction. Start making some noise inside the ring instead of outside the ring. And all this inactivity. Errol Spence ain't got to fight you, bruh. There's bigger fish to fry. But he's got to get past Danny Garcia. And at one time, a year ago, that seemed like a guaranteed win. But coming off this accident, coming off this year layoff, and 9 months of non-contact sparring, I'm not really so sure. I'm not all that confident that Errol Spence is even 80% of what he was. Because if he's not, then we could be in for an upset later this month. And maybe we'll finally see how Spence is doing physically in the coming weeks. Because we haven't seen shit. Well, I haven't seen shit. No one knows, man. Except him, his trainers, and people on his team on the inside. Maybe they are hiding something that we don't know. Maybe Errol should retire. It could be on the verge of a disastrous night and an end to a career that should have been a lot more, shown a lot more than what he's been showing. But that's what we're gonna see come November 28th, I believe, with Danny Garcia. Another pay-per-view fight. Will it be his last? There's an upset in the wings here. We're just gonna have to wait and see. But you're right, Errol. Fuck Keith Thurman. That shit ain't happening. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.